Boy Kills World. It feels like it's been forever since I did a review, which the last one was only a month ago, but it feels like it's been 2 months since I did a review. Boy Kills World is a action comedy thriller movie starring Bill Skarsgård. He is a deaf, mute person who is trained by a shaman to kill the person who was responsible for killing his mother and sister in a post-apocalyptic world, which it wasn't too clear on the post-apocalyptic. I thought they were just in like some foreign city or something. It wasn't really explained that well in the movie, but whatever. That was only one of my issues with the movie, but it is a action movie that is, it feels like it's a combination of John Wick, Kill Bill, with a little bit of flair of the zaniness of Eli Roth, and out of all odd things, Toxic Avenger, because he can't talk, and he has an inner voice that's like a video game inner voice, and it sounds like, it reminds me of the Toxic Avengers inner voice, but it's voiced by the Bob's Burgers guy. But he sounds like the Honest Trailer guy, but it's not him. At first I thought it was. But there's a ton of action, ton of gore. Like I said, he's seeking revenge against this kind of dictator type lady who is the Jean Grey. I forgot the actress's name. She was Jean Grey in the live action X-Men movies. A lot of decent actors in this movie, not super big names, but Bill Skarsgård and Jean Grey's actress is basically the biggest stars in there. But the action scenes are really well done. There's a few maybe shoddy scenes, but the CGI is barely noticeable. There's a training montage in the beginning, which definitely we needed, for the main character, which he doesn't really have a name. He's just called Boy. Bill Skarsgård is really good. What's funny is he doesn't talk at all in the movie. He does good acting without actually talking in the movie, and they must have done I don't know if he did his own stunts or they just had really good editing, but the action was really good. And the first 2 acts were pretty good, but I feel like the third act, a lot of the times in these movies, fall off. And there's a huge plot twist at the end, which I wasn't really a huge fan of, but it doesn't ruin the movie at all. I mean, you had good supporting characters. You had memorable characters. They're a little over the top, which is fine. The soundtrack was good. Oh, and also kind of reminded me of Scott Pilgrim in a way. With that Kill Bill and John Wick, with the zaniness of Eli Roth. But it's directed by a guy who I don't know his name, and I feel like if I try to say his name, I might butcher it. And this is his first directing job, and it was produced by Sam Raimi. So the biggest thing I was interested in is Bill Skarsgård, and Sam Raimi's name is attached to it. And the poster looks like a rip-off Street Fighter poster, and I feel like the movie didn't get enough promotion. I don't see any trailers for it when we go to the movies, and I guess it only made $500,000 so far, which is really bad. I don't know what the budget of the movie is, but overall I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. There's a few issues I have with it, like the plot twist at the end, the third act, and some parts felt anticlimactic. But other than that, it was a very solid movie. It was a good time and definitely worth your watch, especially if you love action movies.